Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a sewing blog. So here's everything that we are going to cover today. What exactly is a sewing blog with a few examples, how to pick a niche and why that's important for a brand new blog or website, and how to niche down. Also, we're going to talk about something called web hosting, why you need it so that your website can be seen on the internet. Also, we are going to install WordPress. We're going to install both a free and premium WordPress theme. We'll make some changes to your website so that you can start getting traffic, and then I'll actually help you start writing. After that, I'm going to show you different ways to make money with your website, why you need to share your content on social media, and about how many blog posts you need to write before you determine if your website's a success or failure. Now be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as I will be referring to those links throughout the duration of this video. Alright, first things first, what is a sewing blog? A sewing blog is basically a blog where you are going to be answering questions and solving problems with people that are either interested in sewing or maybe have experience, they're just running into some roadblocks. Now, one of the cool things, and here's some examples of different sewing blogs. For example, this one is sewliberated.com, and another one here is called Whip Stitch. The cool thing is, and now we're actually talking about picking a niche and niching down, is there are tons of different sub niches that you could get into when talking about sewing. Obviously, you could talk about quilting, you can talk about knitting, you can even talk about sewing Halloween costumes. There's tons of niches that you could get into. Obviously, holidays is going to be a big one. Actually, sewing projects for beginners, sewing projects for kids. There's a lot of opportunity. And so what I recommend that you do as a brand new blog or website, I recommend that you pick a subsection of the sewing niche and really focus on that. The reason being is simply because as a brand new blog or website, you're not going to have any authority. You won't have any domain authority. And so you want to try and focus on keywords that you can get. Now, there are a number of ways to find keywords. The easiest way, in my opinion, is to simply take the domain name, which I'll cover in just a moment. Take the domain name of a popular blog or website, for example, whip-stitch.com, and I'm going to paste it right into a keyword research tool. This is actually going to help us find a few keywords that we could potentially write and start ranking on. So when I type in whip-stitch.com, again, that's the domain name, we want to take a look at these organic keywords here. As you can see, they rank for 4.3 thousand keywords, and these are all of the different keywords that they rank for. Now, what I recommend that you do as a new blog or website, change the keyword difficulty to 5 or less. The keyword difficulty is a sliding scale between 0 and 100. The closer you get to 100, the more difficult the keyword will be to rank. So we change it to 5 or less. As you can see, there is a lot that you could write on, including whip tutorials, make quilted placements. There's a lot of opportunity. DIY quilted placements. These are all different things that you could write on, and these are all different keywords that are going to help you get traffic. So in the very beginning, again, I recommend that you focus on a subsection, maybe quilting for men, maybe, as I mentioned, holiday, Halloween, things like that, and then find different keywords. There's a number of ways to do it. You can use Ahrefs, which is what I'm using, or you can manually search over on Google. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck here, we've picked a niche and we've niched down. The next step is to get web hosting. You absolutely need web hosting so people can see your website from around the world. What you'll do is you'll click the first link in the description because they're the best web hosting provider for beginners, and they'll actually host your website on their hard drive, which is called a server, and that'll allow them to serve your website up to anyone that is interested. Now, when you click that first link in the description, you will get a domain name for free. A domain name is simply the name that your audience is going to refer to your website by. For example, Whip Stitch is a domain name, also with sewliberated.com is their domain name, and you'll get one of those for free. Now, what we're going to do next is we are actually going to walk through step by step how to set up web hosting and domain name and get a domain name when you click that first link in the description. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here, and then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right hand side there. You'll see it in just a second, and then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've got web hosting, we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free theme. I'm actually going to show you how to install a premium theme in just a second. And we've made some changes to our website so that we can start getting traffic. Now, right now you have a basic free theme. That theme has no additional features and functionality. It's extremely limited for someone that's starting out with a new blog or website. For example, if we look at this, this is an example of a premium theme. You see this pop up here. This is a premium feature. Also, the way that this website is formatted, these are premium features. And I recommend that you go out and get yourself a premium WordPress theme, because it's going to look much better than the free one that you already have. And when you click the second link in the description, it's going to take you to a website where you can get a premium WordPress theme. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to type in your niche. It can be sewing, it can be crafts, it can be just about anything that you want, but we're going to type in sewing in WordPress, and we are going to see what pops up. So it looks like there are 4 items that are tagged or categorized for sewing. This one right here, it says Craft Factory, Arts and Hobby Business WordPress theme. That could be a theme that you buy and download. What I recommend that you do is spend some time finding a premium theme that you like and you think that your audience will like as well. Once you find one that you like, you're going to click on this button to add it to the cart. Next, you are going to check out, pay for that premium theme, and then download it to your computer. That download is going to be a zip drive. You are going to unzip that zip drive, and there's going to be a second zip file. What you're going to do is you're going to take that second zip file and you're going to install it into the back office of your WordPress website. To do that, you're going to go to the dashboard here. You're going to go to Appearance, and you're going to click on Themes. When you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New. When you click on Add New, you're going to click on Upload Theme. And when you do that, you can drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can choose to find it manually. The next step is simply to click Install and then Activate. Once you do that, you are going to have a premium WordPress theme. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to start writing. Now, normally I get 3 questions when it comes to starting a brand new blog or website. How do I start writing? How long should my blog post be? And how many blog posts should I write? Let's go ahead and answer 2 of those right now. If we jump back over to our WordPress website, we are going to start writing by going to Post and clicking on All Post. Next, we are going to click on Add New, and then we are going to start writing. And to start writing, we're going to jump back over to our keyword research tool, and we are going to copy DIY quilted placement. And the reason why we are copying this is because we know that these are keywords that our potential customers are looking up, our target audience. And so we're just going to paste it in right here. And obviously you want to clean this up just a little bit, so I'm going to do that right now. And our title is going to be comprised of 2 parts. The first part is designed for search engine optimization so that the algorithms pick up that our article is on DIY quilted placements. The second half is going to be for the human element. We are going to make this a little bit clickbaity, enticing for our audience to click and read the article. So we could say DIY quilted placements, everything you need to know. All right, so now that we have that, we need to figure out how long our blog post should be. To figure that out, I like to copy the keyword here, and we're going to simply paste it right into Google. And when we paste it into Google, we're looking for blogs that are writing on this content. So we could open up craftsy.com, and we're just going to do a word count. Now, the word count isn't a clear indication of how long your blog post should be, but it gives you an idea of how thorough this blog post is. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And if I eyeball this, this is probably about a 1,500 word blog post. we look, okay, it's less than 1,000. So what you'd want to do, in my opinion, is aim for a blog post that is at least 1,500 words. Now, the reason why I think 1,500 words is pretty good is because I'm sure this website left out a ton of information which you can add in. And to help you make sure that you are thoroughly solving the customer's problem, answering their questions, you can come back over here and do a quick brainstorming session. Now, when I brainstorm for my writing, I simply will take 10 or 15 minutes and do 6 writing prompts: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And what I'll do is I'll ask myself these questions with regard to my keyword. So, what is a quilted placement? You have to remember, this could be a good question because people may hear things and they just want clarification. When to use a quilted placement instead of something else is another good one. Now, when you are doing this, do not worry about spelling. It's more important that you get your ideas down on paper than it is to spell them correctly. We can always clean that up in the actual writing stage, but in the brainstorming stage, you just want to get down as many ideas as possible. So what you're going to do, as I mentioned, take about 10 or 15 minutes and really brainstorm, get it all written down, paper or on computer. After about 15 minutes, you are simply going to delete the ones that don't make any sense or aren't relevant to your blog post. You're going to keep the ones that are relevant, and you're going to turn those into H2s, and then you're simply going to answer the question. A quilted placement is, and then go through and answer the question. Obviously, you want to make sure the words are spelled correctly. Once you're done with your blog post, thoroughly answering the question, solving the reader's problem, you are going to click on publish, and then that blog post is going to be available for the world to see, hear, read, and react to. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, we started writing. The next step is to figure out how to make money. Now, there are a number of ways to make money with your new blog or website. The easiest way to make money is simply with having paid ads. Now, I don't see that these websites are doing it, but you can actually add ads right to your website. The easiest ad network to get up and running is with Google AdSense. Google AdSense makes it really easy. You just click on get started, follow through the prompts, and then within maybe a half an hour or so, you can have ads potentially start running right on your blog or website. The great thing is that they are automatically placed. You don't have to do any manual configuration. The only downside to Google AdSense is they do not pay out very well. You will make pennies on the dollar for running or using Google AdSense. However, once you start getting some significant traffic, you can move on to other ad agencies like Mediavine, Ezoic, Media.net, AdThrive. There's a bunch of them out there that you could work with, but that is just one way. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is recommending or selling other people's products and services. And the way that affiliate marketing works is you simply find affiliate programs that are congruent or in line with your target audience. You apply to become an affiliate. Once you're accepted, you can actually put affiliate links right into the links of your description. Now, the key to affiliate marketing is simply finding products that are congruent with your target audience. For example, if you are creating content about sewing, it would not make sense at all for you to become an affiliate for a basketball team. Your readers are coming to learn about sewing and will buy stuff about sewing. They'll buy sewing kits, needle, thread. You'd want to become an affiliate of like Hobby Lobby or Michaels or some of those other places like that. It would not make sense for you to try and sell basketballs. None of your readers are going to buy. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, click the third link in the description. The third link has a free affiliate marketing course that will teach you everything that you need to know about affiliate marketing. Also, another way that you can make money is simply by collecting emails. Now, you'd be surprised to know that email marketing is extremely powerful for a number of reasons. One, you can collect emails and then send your email list a new email when you upload a new blog post. When people come back to your blog post, they'll see those ads and you'll make money. You can also send them emails with different products that you're promoting if you're an affiliate marketer. Another way that you can make money is to sell your own digital or physical products. If we scroll up here, you can see this website is selling their own physical products. You can sell your own products as well and make money. Now, selling your own physical and digital products is outside the scope of this video, but that is an opportunity as well. Next, you want to make sure that you are sharing your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media is in the very beginning, you are not going to have a bunch of traffic from Google. So what I recommend that you do is go out and find places where your customer fan base already is. Maybe they're in a forum, maybe they're in a Facebook group. Wherever they are, go out and post your blog post links as long as you have approval. And that's a great way to start generating traffic. It's also a great way to start building a fan base, and as long as you're making shareable content, you can grow rather quickly. So I recommend that you share your content on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, anywhere where your traffic is. But just like affiliate marketing, only share the content where people are and people already care about whatever it is that you're talking about. Don't go into an MBA coaches group and share your sewing links. Nobody will click and buy. The final question that I get the most is about how many blog posts should I write? Now, this is a personal opinion. I think that your goal should be 50 blog posts. Now, the reason why I think 50 is a good number is 50 is a lot of blog posts, and it's going to be a lot more than what other people do. Most people will stop at 10 or 20 blog posts, but you're going to have 50 keywords where you're writing and you're solving problems and you're providing value. 50 blog posts lets Google know that you are serious about creating content and you are serious about adding value to the marketplace. Also, you're just going to get better at writing. When you write your first blog post, it's going to look dramatically different than when you write your 50th. So what I recommend is that you set a goal to write one blog post every day or one blog post every other day until you get to 50. Now be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first one is for web hosting, the second one is for a premium WordPress theme, and the third one is for a free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helped you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.